This is what we needed, blood. Believes. Bro, are you a believer, bro? I am. I'm telling you. Hold on. Wait, why is he saying, I hope this is Ornstein. Who said we don't need him? What about the time when they said we don't need him, when we do need him? When they said we don't need him, but we do need him. We need Baleba. We need a midfield runner. Let me go and check, bro. And the piece is making sense. Man United closing on the deal to sign Carlos Baleba from Brighton. Manchester United, 22 Cameroon. And it's been waiting to happen, bro. 60 plus 5 in Aduns. Yeah? Valuation. Wait, Bournemouth valuation, but amicable talks. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Valuation, but amicable talks continue. All parties work to reach their agreement. All parties, want this move. All parties are happy about this move. Baleba, he wants United. Baleba wants Manchester United. Yeah? We tried to sign him last year. Didn't happen. They wanted 100 and something million. We said, allow it. Allow that price. Don't like it. Came back. Yeah? Came back around and said, yo, Balebs. Because we was waiting. Newcastle had to do Newcastle things. We heard the price on Newcastle and said, excuse me, 60 million? I'll just try to bid, please. So we pulled up. Said, hey, 60 plus 5. You know them kind of Cunha. That's that Cunha price. That's that Embuemo price. That's the MUFC price. We came for that. Bro, you know we like to do the 60 million deals and that. That's what we're on. Yeah? I like it. I like it a lot. Not gonna lie to you. That's like the Mateus Fernandes. How much is Mateus Fernandes? How much did he go for? This is cheaper than Tanals. Let's not lie. This is a good deal.
And then I saw his face. Carlos Baleba, United's midfield ace. No doubt in our mind. Oh, I'm in love. Ooh. Guys, thank you for joining us. Anyway, let's get into the latest news. There is some positive news to get into in regards to Carlos Baleba and United's pursuit of him. So, if you don't know what's going on, we are in the negotiations, discussions with Brighton and Hove Albion, and apparently close to reaching an agreement here to sign Carlos Baleba and bring him to Manchester United as our third midfield signing this summer. Get in there, my son. All right, fair enough. He didn't have the best of seasons last season, but one ropey season doesn't change the fact that he is a very good young player with lots of potential still. 22 years old, I think he is. He's still very young, but with experience in the Premier League. Coming into United's midfield, bags of energy. I'm actually buzzing.
Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live, guys. We are live for what is definitely a bomber, people. This has got to be a bomber. I was just sitting downstairs. I came back from the gym. I was like, you know what, man? I'm going to jump in the shower. You know what I mean? I genuinely was going to be ready to jump in the shower and basically get ready for the day. You know what I'm saying to you? And then all of a sudden, you know when you just see exclusive David Ornstein and you're like, oh, it could be anyone in it, you feel me? It could be someone else. But then when you see Manchester United, because it said Manchester United, close it in, I was like, yo, what we got here now? What have we got here now? And it is a bomber. David Ornstein, exclusive, by the way. Fair play. David Ornstein, exclusive. Manchester United are closing in on a deal to sign Carlos Baleba from Brighton and Hove Albion. Man United offer for 22-year-old Cameroon international midfielder 60 million plus 5 million below, should I say, value of Brighton. The amicable talks continue as all parties work towards an agreement.
We've been waiting for It is massive breaking news. David Ornstein of The Athletic has just dropped the news. Manchester United advancing on a deal to sign Carlos Baleba worth up to 65 million. I'm going to bring you all the details of the latest on this transfer. It has come off the back of Manchester United being quiet for over 5 weeks since signing Yuri Tillemans. Is this the final piece of the jigsaw for Manchester United's midfield rebuild? I have been banging on about this for well over 3 to 4 months now. I was always happy with Carlos Baleba. If this is as advanced as Ornstein is saying, and Manchester United are closing in on this deal, I'm a happy Man United fan. I really am. This has changed the look of this transfer window. That extra body, that extra player, that extra difference in that midfield is going to be huge for Manchester United. Let's get into this news. Get into the live chat if you are live with us right now. It is extra content. We are live when anything big like this breaks, and this is massive. Give me your thoughts. Get into the live chat, people, and let's get talking. Carlos Baleba.
Hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and welcome back to another live Manchester United news, transfer news and update roundup show. We've got a bomber, and not just any kind of bomber, but a David Ornstein bomber. Manchester United are closing in on a deal to sign Carlos Baleba. Here we go, expected soon. First bid rejected of 60 plus 5. United are expected to make a second bid of 65 plus 5 and seal a deal for 70 million. Here we go. Could come today. It could come tomorrow. We shall see. But big updates there. I did say if we sign a midfielder, and I had to guess, it would be Baleba. I always felt if it was Manu Kone, we would have got him by now, because he's been available. I also thought it would be Baleba, or maybe the injury was the setback, because when Fabrizio Romano came out, it must have been about 10 days ago, and said Baleba's still pushing like crazy to join Manchester United behind the scenes. It didn't make sense. We did a live stream on it. Why would he be pushing like crazy to join Man United behind the scenes if we weren't in for him this summer? Because Man United haven't been telling the journalists shite this summer. We've been getting told, you know, from the journalists, we're not sure about Baleba, we're not pursuing Baleba. They've been going on about Tyler Adams and Alex Scott and all this absolute waffle. And, you know, we said, the journalists don't know nothing. Let's take a guess. And obviously our guess from that live stream was, well, according to Romano, Baleba's pushing like crazy to join us behind the scenes, which says to me, we've clearly working on the Baleba deal, or doing something at least with Baleba. Maybe we've walked away because of price, maybe because we've walked away because of injury. But we clearly have been working on the Baleba deal behind the scenes the last month. Otherwise, Baleba wouldn't be pushing for a move. So we kind of did that video, and I said, if I was to guess who we sign, I'd say Baleba, because why would he push if we weren't going for him? And I think that was an indication of maybe he is the third midfielder we're working on behind the scenes. But we didn't know who we were going to walk away because of injury concerns that aren't too serious. Maybe Brighton's valuation. But then when Craig Hope said that, you know, they'd be willing to sell for 60, 65 million pounds, I think United all of a sudden thought, okay, we've got to do this.
9:55 happened, and this dropped. And this is exactly why, when it comes to a lot of man that are in this very chat today, we accept apologies, we accept applications, and I'm going to go through every single one of them as long as all you got to do is put down my email and we'll review that. Be patient, bro. Patience in life is a skill these days, Man said we're in advanced talks, meaning we've had these talks already before, probably a week or two ago.
All summer, bro. Same summer.
Shit. And I don't want to hear nothing from Saeed. Nothing from Saeed. I don't want to even hear him get gassed until he puts in his application.
Brother, all the man them in the group chat, even Musa, like, bro, I said, Musa, you're not allowed to talk today. I said, you're not allowed to talk today, bro. You got to mute your notifications in the group chat. You can't talk today.
Facts.
Can't talk today.
It's mad rants, because remember, was it Monday after our show's done, or it might have been maybe yesterday, even when I text you, and I was like, brother, like, if anything drops, we're going live straight away. Just shout me. Immediately, and here we are.
This is what I am talking about. I did a video last night. I released it at midnight. I was just having a conversation with you guys. And I said, Manchester United need an athletic centre midfielder. Manchester United need to do better in the market if we want to be serious this season. I said, what are Ineos doing? What are Ineos doing? Are Ineos trying to just make Manchester United a Champions League team? Or we got bigger ambitions? Are we going to back Michael Carrick in his first season? 2 centre midfielders wasn't enough. And a Baleba bomb just dropped this morning. A Baleba bomb just dropped this morning. This is the perfect profile of signing that we need. There is no doubt about it. We need someone that can cover ground. We need someone that's good on the ball. We need someone that can break up the game. We need someone that can platform Bruno, that can platform Kobe, that can platform Yuri, that can platform Andre Santos. Baleba is that guy. Now, a lot of you lot wrote him off last season. A lot of people wrote him off last season because he had a bit of a down year. His head wasn't in it. Because his head was at Old Trafford. Because his head was at Old Trafford.
Happy Wednesday, my people. Good morning. Carlos Baleba to Manchester United is happening. And yes, I'm bringing the shades out. So you lot can't get onto me in the comment section saying, Minna brought the shades out. She brought the shades out. Yes, I brought the shades out because this is a shades-worthy type of transfer. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new here. Now, David Ornstein just dropped a bomber literally 4 minutes ago. Manchester United and Brighton Hove Albion are closing in on a deal for midfielder Carlos Baleba. United have made an offer of £60 million plus 5 million in add-ons, which is felt to be below what Brighton want. However, talks continue and they believe that a deal will come. And we know Carlos Baleba wants Manchester United. It's no secret from last summer that he wanted Manchester United. And for me, if you lot watched all the videos, and I made hundreds of videos this summer transfer window talking about the transfers and talking about midfielders, Carlos Baleba for me has always been a midfielder that I've wanted at the club. It has nothing to do with the fact that I've interviewed him, but I've always wanted him at the club. I mean, last summer I even did a tactical breakdown video talking about how Carlos Baleba could fit into the Manchester United team. And for me, anything up to about £70 million will be a good deal for him. Now, we know that he has an ankle injury, but David Ornstein has also confirmed that this is not considered serious and it's not believed to be a long-term injury, which means I think Manchester United will be all in for him.
David Ornstein. Carlos Baleba for £65 million to Manchester United, and a deal is being close to agreed. It's closing in. You'll see the reports. It looks to more or less be an event, not an inevitable eventuality, but more or less. And we have been starved. United fans, we have been starved. I think I would have shown a level of excitement for anyone we signed at this point. There's only 3 days until the season starts. It was over a month since the Tielemans links or the Tielemans deal. And it felt like we froze. It felt like Ineos froze. It felt like we froze as a club. And we started to see pre-season games that started to expose some holes in terms of personnel and in terms of profiles that are needed in the team. And again, Ineos looked like they move in silence. Not exactly the pace that I wanted him to move at, I'm not going to lie. Cutting it very, very fine, cutting it very, very close. But it is a deal nonetheless in an area of need for a player that is extremely polarising.